Hey, Dr. Aziz here, and I'm sitting in my brand new office, which is pretty amazing. The recording area is back there for video recording. I can do my audio recording back there as well, all in one bunker, or as my friend calls it, my fortress of solitude. So I want to share something real quick with you right now that I think is going to be extremely relevant to your life, because what I was just doing right now before I started recording this video is I was working on a little presentation that I'm going to be giving tomorrow or Friday. And I noticed that in about the span of 6 or 7 minutes, as I was working on typing up what I was going to say and stuff, I checked Facebook like 4 times. All my friends getting engaged. I got to read all the comments, all 150 of them. I checked my email, like a Bing email came in. Oh, who sent me an email? I got to read it right now. And a million other things that I could do that is pulling me away from just preparing for this presentation. Now, why would I do that? Maybe you've been in that situation. There's something that you're working on, a presentation, a program, something you want to create, something you want to do in your career, your business, your work, whatever it is, and you just keep getting pulled away. And it's a form of putting things off, procrastination. And you might say, oh, I got a procrastination problem. Oh, there's something really wrong with me. But you know what? I don't think that's what it is. I don't think it's a procrastination problem at all. I think it's a confidence problem. It's a fear problem. Now, here's what I mean. So, sure, maybe you're doing some task at work that's horribly unpleasant and just extremely boring. Yeah, then we want to put it off and look for quick fixes of entertainment. But really, what's often going on when we put stuff off is actually fear. So, do you want to know what I'm creating this presentation for? Well, actually, I'm going to be going to a small summit of very successful business owners. Some people in this summit I have been learning from and admiring and have been my mentors and teachers for a decade or more. So these are some pretty amazing, influential people, and I'm going to get a chance to meet them and make a presentation about what I do and how I might be able to help them in their businesses. And underneath there is fear, right? Fear of, all these people are so successful and they're better than I am, and they're going to think, who's this guy and why am I giving him my time and he's not worth it, and all my own self-doubts and insecurities come up, right? And then as a result, when I'm working on the presentation, some part of me is like, let me do something else. And in certain situations in your life, you might avoid, you might even pull back and not go to the thing, especially if you're not committed to it. So how do we shift this? How do we break through? So first thing, when you notice yourself procrastinating, find the underlying fear. What is it that I'm scared of? In this case, for me, it's fear of they're not going to approve of me, they're not going to respect me, they're not going to like me, they're going to judge me. And then as a result, I'm not going to be worthy, I'm not going to be good enough, right? Good old fear about not being good enough, always coming back. So how do we break free of this? What am I going to do to break free of this? Well, the first thing I'm going to do is, I don't know if you can see it in this video, but back over there in the back of my office, there is a trampoline, a little rebounder is what it's called. I'm going to jump up and down on the rebounder. I'm going to get into a powerful peak state, and I'm going to tell myself why I'm valuable, why I know that I have an incredible amount to offer, what's amazing about me, what my strengths are, what I love about myself, and how unique and special and amazing I am. I'm going to say those things out loud to myself in a powerful, strong voice tone to remind myself of what's true. And then I'm going to ask myself this question, which is $1 million question, which I love, which I encourage you to use in your own life. If I wasn't holding myself back in any way, how would I show up? And you can use that for a presentation, for a networking meeting. You can use that for a party or a social gathering or a date or whatever. If I wasn't holding myself back in any way, how would I show up? And then just notice what comes to you. So in my case, what would come to me is, well, I would just first and foremost start walking up and introduce myself to people, start conversations with people, ask them questions, jump into groups, use all the stuff that I teach in my programs about how to do that, use all the skills that I've learned over the years that used to, before I knew them, I was terrified. I would not do any of that. So now I'm going to walk in and I'm going to initiate with someone immediately, start conversations, ask questions, join into groups. Be curious about people, be as present as possible when I'm talking to people, and be willing to share. Share about myself, share about what I do, not assuming that people don't want to know and that people don't care. Because if I assume that, I'm toast, right? Then no one's going to be interested in what I say because I'm already discounting myself and disqualifying myself even before I open my mouth. So I'm going to show up fully by asking questions, being present, sharing, initiating, joining into groups. And here's the thing. Here's one other thing that I'm going to do that's going to totally turn the tables on all of this. I'm going to realize that every person there is just a human, just like me. It does not matter how successful someone is, how attractive someone is, what someone's done in the world. They're just a human. They have things they want, things they like, things they don't like, challenges, frustrations, dreams. They take a shit in the morning, if they're regular, right? We're just people. We're animals. And if I remind myself of that, it allows me to interact with the most powerful person in the room, someone I incredibly respect and admire, who's helped me tremendously in my life, and I might thank him for that. But I'm not going to go to him and be like, oh my God, you're so great. Oh, it's you. Oh, please like me. Right? It's going to be like, hey, thank you so much for the help you've given. Now let me get to know you. Let me talk to you just like an equal, just like a person. That's how I'm going to show up fully. So the question for you is, in your life, whatever you got coming up, if you were not holding yourself back in any way, how would you show up? If you were fully confident, bold, assertive, how would you show up? Get an image, get a sense, and then go do it. That's the final step. That's what I'm going to go. I'm going to go as soon as we're done with this other form of procrastination of creating this video. I'm going to bang out this the notes for the presentation, and I'm going to go crush it. And it's going to be awesome. So share your comments below, how that's working for you. This is just a quick cameo video. I wanted to throw it out there real quick. No editing, nothing like that. Let me know your thoughts, how you're going to use this in your life, and I'll keep you posted. I'll share another video maybe after the presentation or about how it's going during this weekend so you can stay with me on this journey. Because one of my main reasons for recording this, not just to teach that point, was also to show you behind the scenes, one, when I'm not in a fancy shirt, I'm wearing a sweatshirt. My brother likes to call it my mafioso outfit. He's like, you go to work and when you're just doing phone sessions, you're like a mafioso guy. You're wearing like a tracksuit. And I was like, dude, first of all, it's not a tracksuit. It's a sweatshirt and sweatpants. They don't have the stripes on the side. They don't match. It's totally different. So working in my tracksuit. And also that there is no end to this journey, right? There's always a confidence edge. There's always a next level that we want to get to. And while I might be comfortable walking into a group and starting conversations and approaching women and all that stuff, there's still the edge of approaching people that intimidate me or reaching the next level in business. And so we all want to grow continually in our confidence. So thanks for being with me on this journey. I'll keep you posted, and I can't wait to speak with you more in the future.